Hey guys, how are you? I am K2 and welcome to Drama YT. One of the best things I like in the C dramas is the process where the love blossoms slowly between our main leads. Liking someone at first sight is fine, but the progression of love gradually happens over time. So if the main leads are somehow put in a marriage, either against their wishes or for mutual interest, the love that then blossom is just so sweet for me to watch. So in this very video, I am going to share my top 15 Chinese dramas with forced marriage as a subplot. So without further ado, let's get started. The Sword and the Brocade. Set during the Ming Dynasty, the story revolves around the romance between General Shu Lingyi and concubine's daughter Shi Yang that starts from an arranged marriage. Despite being born with a low status, Shi Yang is extremely assertive and believes that a woman's vision should not be limited to the household. She hopes to rely on her embroidery skill as a ticket to freedom. However, the once esteemed Liu family is in a state of decline. Hoping to save the clan through a marriage alliance, Xin Yang is selected to become the wife of Yongping Duke and Great General Xu Lingyi. Things were not easy for her due to the Shu family's biases towards her. Nonetheless, she manages to win over their trust through her optimism and sincerity. Xu Lingyi also becomes attracted to her various beautiful qualities, such that husband and wife manage to find true love after the marriage. Through Xu Lingyi's support, Xin Yang opens Xiangliang Pavilion to have her own embroidery workshop. Meanwhile, Xu Lingyi experiences many setbacks as he tries to protect his homeland and improve the livelihood of the people by supporting the lifting of a maritime ban. As they face a crisis that could spell the end of the Shu family, Xu Lingyi and Xin Yang continue to support each other through thick and thin. General's Lady. A notorious general and an aristocrat's daughter hold each other's hand to spend a lifetime together while protecting what is precious to them. Sinjin grew up as the unfavored daughter of a royal family concubine. The emperor then decrees an arranged marriage for her, choosing General Chu Xiuming, who defends the border. Although she falls in love with her chosen spouse, she finds it difficult to find her place in her new home. The Romance of Hua Rong. Hua Rong is about to set sail on a heroic adventure she has often dreamed about, only to be kidnapped by the notorious pirate Qin Shangcheng, who is set on making her his bride willing or not. After many failed attempts, she successfully flees her island prison and its sea monster. She then encounters the young prince Zini Wen, who falls for her at the first sight as usual. Meanwhile, Shangcheng, equally smitten with Rong, is fast on her trail, vowing to recapture his lost treasure. Love by Hypnotic. A diplomatic marriage decreed, Shui's princess Ling Mingwei is off the neighboring state of Beishuan to wed Li Xian Prince Zi. The highly spirited Xian meets the free-spirited Mingwei, resulting in a poor first impression. Reluctant to get married, the two antagonize each other in hopes one of them will break off the engagement. While hypnotizing Xian, Mingwei causes lost memories to resurface. Curious about the trigger of his amnesia, Xian suggests a marriage of convenience, providing Mingwei help to regain his memory. Xian's brother Li Shun would rather prefer that those memories remain in the past, as they would only impede his schemes of becoming the crown prince. Which brother will make the throne his own? She is the one. Posing as her sister to cover for her siblings' mistakes several years ago, Yuan Wei has agreed to marry an ultra-rich businessman hire named Wen Jishen, a man she has never met at the request of her family. But the wedding day gets off to a woeful start, and when she arrives at the wedding venue, she is horrified to discover that the only pictures out on the display are photos of her. She is already getting cold feet, but to make matters worse, Wen Jishen has been delayed by a meeting at work, leaving Yuan Wei waiting at the altar. She suddenly decides to make a run for it, evading everyone who tries to stop her. A car pulls up, she pulls the driver out and makes her escape, unaware that the vehicle is actually carrying Wen Jishen in the passenger seat. When she realizes, she stops the car and they get out. He threatens to turn her into the police, and while she pleads for mercy, still unaware of who he is. But when a real car thief steals the car, Yuan Wei dons a pair of sneakers and chases him down, leaving Wen Jishen in awe. The pair resolves to meet again, and pressures to marry start to mount again. But could these inauspicious beginnings lead to a real romance, even after they discover one another's real identities? Lovely Swords Girl. Set in a fictional history rife with conflicts and chaos. The story revolves around a sappy young woman who doesn't forget to laugh and chases after the true love even as she gets caught in a love triangle. Through her journey, she grows into a loving person, thwarts an evil scheme in the pugilistic world, while her heart yearns for the love. Xingyu meets no one but two men. One side is Gong Yanxiu, her foolish husband who hastily married her for her looks. He may be muddle-headed in most of the things, but he is extremely loving and protective of Xingyu. On the other hand is Ede Yushu, her childhood friend and the master of a sect. Having loved Xingyu for many years, he is willing to give up everything for her sake, even his life. In the face of two very real, unique, and different kinds of love, the innocent Xingyu couldn't make a sense of her feelings and find it difficult to choose between two perfect men. Gong Yanxiu and Ede Yushu may be rivals, but they are like brothers. Due to their closeness, they opened up to the idea that three of them could get along. The Story of Ming Lan. Set in the Northern Song Dynasty, the story follows Seng Ming Lan, an unfavored concubine born sixth daughter of an official. After losing her mother at a young age, Ming Lan is raised by her parental grandmother. Growing up, she learns to hide her genuine genius self and use crafty and cunning methods in order to survive the tough conditions where family members are plotting against each other and where no actual family love exists. She then meets Gutengi, the second young master of rich Marquis household, who is supposed to inherit wealth from both her parents and a noble title. Unlike Ming Lan, he is straightforward with his actions and never hides his true self, causing him to fall victim to all the planning and plotting against him, where he ends up losing everything. Ming Lan and Ting Ye join forces, and through cunning schemes and daring endeavors, they both rise in position and work to obtain justice from those that have wronged them. Once we get married, Goshishi is a fashion shopper who runs a small shop online from home and buys Alex couture wedding dresses for her clients. During a private reception, she gets acquainted with Inshishen, the black-bellied president, who came to discuss business cooperation with Alex. An incident occurs, leading to them to temporarily maintain a contract cooperative marriage relationship for a win-win situation pertaining to Alex. The two, with opposite personalities, gradually find love in this contract marriage. The Sleepless Princess. An unfavored princess with insomnia and a stone-faced general investigating a suspicious death were fated to meet, thus igniting a sweet and heart-wrenching romance. Ninth Princess Chuyo has experienced long-term insomnia stemming from a childhood accident. She and her younger brother have depended upon each other all their lives. Under the wrong circumstances, Yue waits the famous general Shu Yao. When Yao learns of the suspicious events that occurred surrounding the death of his older brother, Yue joins forces with him to uncover the truth. Truth or Dare, a story that follows two couples who mistakenly find themselves in a marriage they never expected and gradually grow in love and trust over time. The cheerful and clever Xiao Wanzi grew up as a street performer with her dad selling their special skill of breaking a big stone on the chest. An unexpected encounter utterly changes Xiao Wanzi's life. Xiao Wanzi, who neither knew how to read nor write, suddenly finds herself becoming a princess. Opposed to marrying the princess, Mei Shanxiao pushes Xiao Wanzi away in hopes that she would willingly retreat. Meanwhile, the king has arranged a marriage for Lu Yingyao, the daughter of the ninth prince. However, bandit Xiao Baoye mistakenly takes her as his wife. Too late to say, I love you. In Xingwan, a young woman from a wealthy merchant family saved a young man on a train who was escaping from a rivaling warlord manhunt. When she returned home, her parents betrothed her to a childhood friend, but her fiancé was put into a prison in Qingzhou for smuggling firearms and illegal western drugs. Xingwan decided to go to Qingzhou to rescue her fiancé, but little did she know that this trip would completely change her life. Meet You. The costume drama tells the story of a daughter of a perfect who was rescued and raised by a genius doctor after a disaster. The Tsundere girl Olong had to marry the wealthy and stupid young master Lin Xinglang, and so the married life of the couple began. Their fake marriage eventually cultivated into true love. The Fox Fairy. A little fox demon has to come to the mortal world to repay a debt. She takes the place of the bride in marrying the cold general Guyu Fan. The relationship, which starts from marriage, turns into love. Guyun Fan is hailed as the god of war of Tianxing kingdom. He sustained injuries after leading an army to defeat invaders from Beirong. In order to ensure that the Gu family bloodline will continue, the emperor orders an arranged marriage. To repay her benefactor, little fox demon Xiaozhuar marries into the Gu family. After many twists and turns, Guyun Fan and Xiaozhuar reveal their sincere affection for each other. Can they break through the boundaries between humans and demons to be together? Imperial Concubine. It tells the love story of Lin Ruo, the eldest lady of Lin Mansion, who was forced to marry the Prince of Shi, Lu Zoni. But Lu Zoni has a dark secret that nobody knows. 3 years ago, he was suddenly infected with a strange poison which caused him to attack and transform every 3 hours, sometimes becoming another man, sometimes a woman, and sometimes a child. Married first, then fall in love. It tells the story of an ordinary girl, Songan Xiao, who was sold into a wealthy Chu family to pay off debts by her stepmother who disliked her. She was then forced to marry Chu Fei Yuan, the eldest son of the Chu family. Then the two begin their fantastic love story. So that was it guys, the video ends here. I hope you have liked this video. If you have watched the video till here, just give this video a like and do subscribe to Drama YT. And yet, you guys have not followed me on the Instagram handle, do follow me there as well. The Insta handle is @Nachiketa555. I will see you later. As always, love, peace and hugs. It's been a pleasure.